Hello viewers, welcome back to Ramz tutorial. If you are new here in my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're updated on my latest videos. Today viewers or students, we're going to discuss about compound nouns, or it might be said, compound words. Compound nouns class, according to the book, we have compound nouns are made up of two or more words that act as a single unit. But remember, compound nouns class are made up of two or more words that act as a single unit, or it might be written also as three ways. And what are those three ways? We have three ways. First, separate words. Like for example of compound words that separate words. So for example, we have dining table, living table. Okay, I'll give you two examples. Next, another class, combined words. We are going to combine words. And what are those combined words? So for example, dream and land, we have dream, land. Another, we have bird and house. So I think I'm going to write first bird, then house. So this is what we call the combination of two words. This is separate words, combined words. And then the last ways is that hyphenated. PH sounds F. Hyphenated words. We are going to put the glove. So for example, a very common example is that our brother in law, or else sons in law, or fathers-in-law. These are very common example. Fathers in law. These are the three ways classed on how to write compound nouns or compound words. Remember, we use compound nouns or compound words in constructing sentences. And of course, class, the way we communicate to people, the way we interact to others, that's why we need to understand what are the uses and functions of compound words or compound nouns. It means to say, when you said compound nouns, it's made up of two words joined together to form into one, and of course, to form another meaning or definitions. Here we go. We have first here our exercises. And what are those exercises, Teacher Ram? We are going to write the compound words that are being described in each sentence. The first one example is that a bag held by the hand is a what? It's a question mark. That means to say, we're going to identify what compound nouns are we going to construct in that particular sentence. A bag held by the hand is, I'm going to write hand, then I'm going to connect the word bag. Handbag. Okay? We can write one word, two words, for these particular compound nouns. Okay, that's our example. Next is, we're going to proceed to our proper exercises. Number one, a shelf for book is a. So remember now, we have two words here. We have a book and we have a shelf. So when we think shelf is what we call the things where we're going to put our books like that, or our things or different what we called accessories. book class is different definitions. Why? Because book is what you call as reading materials wherein we can get what you call a lot of lessons or what you call additional knowledge for us. So different words, different meanings, but when we're going to combine it, we form it one word and one meaning. Isang salita at isang kahulugan. I'm going to write it. First word book. Then I write shelf. Bookshelf. That means to say, it is what we call the bookshelf is where we are going to put our things, our books. Okay, we're going to arrange that. So, nagiging one meaning. Second, a chair with wheels is a. So, we're going to think that chair and wheels is the two words here that we're going to connect to make a compound nouns in order to form one word and one meaning. I'm going to write well. Well means it's a tire. We do not know it's two wheels or three wheels, tricycle or cars or whatsoever. I'm going to connect chair. So therefore class, it's one meaning. Wheelchair. Wheelchair, it's what you call a chair for PWD persons also, a person with disability. Third, a tank full of water is a. In number 3 class, we choose water and then tank. We have two words. So we're going to combine it to form one word. These compound nouns. I need to write water. Next, I need to connect tank. So therefore, it's one meaning. Water tank, wherein it's what we call a part of our, we can put a lot of water there. That's what we call an artificial dam for it. So for example, if there's no water, we can put it there. Next, a pen for pig is a blank. So we have two words, pig and pen. We know that pen, it's what we call just like this one. This is a pen or a ball pen. It's what we call a writing materials. Whereas a pig, it is what we call and what we call in animals, sources of meat and sources of livelihood of every human beings. So I'm going to write pig first, then I'm going to connect pen. Therefore, pig pen now is what we call pig pen for pig. It's what we call their artificial habitat, wherein a pig pen can grow there. Next, land for a farm is. We're going to connect two words into one word. I'm going to write first farm. We're talking about farm class. So farm, it's what we call a spacious land, of course, a spacious place wherein we can put our what we call different, what we call the products. So for example, a root crops products, or of course, what we call different animals we can raise there into our farm. Next is land. When I combine farm and land, maging it should be a farmland. It's a spacious place wherein we can put our what we call establish our new projects there. 6 is that a yard for sheep is a. Remember talking about yard class. So for example, in our back of our house, that's backyard. Okay, sa likod ng house natin. Next, sheep is what we call a kind of sea transportations. Now, I'm going to connect two words to form one word. We have sheep. Next is yard. It's shipyard wherein we can construct different kinds of shapes here. Next, a bee that makes honey is a blank. We have two words, honey and bee. So when we said honey, so for example, honey means it's what we call refers to an insect, of course, or honey is a way that we use it in endearment words rather. Bee means it's an insect Okay, it's an insect that it's not harmful insects, rather it's makes also benefits for us. We have honey bee. Okay, that's very exciting. Next is the top of a tree is the. So we are going to write two words here. We have a tree and top. Okay, we have tree top. That's our compound nouns. Why, Jerome, you discuss about compound nouns? Because class, talking about compound nouns or compound words again, these are what we call two words. Then we are going to transfer it into one word. Two words, two meanings. One word, one meaning. So very what you call exciting. But remember, we can write it in three ways, which is what you call separate words, combined words, and hyphenated words. Okay, before I forget, we have phrase number 9 class. I'm going to add another what we call sentence. A room with a bed in it is a blank. So we have two words, bed and room. Remember, room, it's a place where we're going to take rest. Bed, it's what we call a material where we are going to what we call put our what you call things also there. So we're going to write bed, then room. It's bedroom. We're going to take rest. Next, a hill where ants live is an. So we're going to write two words here, hill and ants. The hill, it's what we call, say for example, chocolate hills, like that. Ants is what we call the tiny insects. When we're going to combine ants, hill, this is what we call their house. Hope guys, you learn a lot from me about our topic, compound nouns. Okay, this is our topic for today. Once again, class, so long and thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to Ramz tutorial blog. Bye bye and see you in my next videos.